Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Danika. Today I have something really special planned. I have a two-part episode in which I will be making strawberry jam in part 1 and lemon butter in part 2. These make really great Christmas gifts, which is why I've chosen to do them in the month of December. You can just decorate the jars any way you want, put some nice ribbon around it, give it to people for Christmas. It's a really heartfelt and really fancy little gift. So let's get started. Okay, strawberry jam. Let's introduce the ingredients. I have 3 kilos of strawberries, which I have just cut in half and also washed. I also have 3 kilos of caster sugar, which I have measured out, as you can tell. And I also have 1 cup of lemon juice. Here I have also washed and sterilised these glass jars. I will be using these jars for both the strawberry jam and the lemon butter. It's really important that you sterilise these before you start. Gets rid of all the bacteria and it makes sure it keeps properly. I thought I'd mention that these strawberries contain a natural gelling agent called pectin, which is why we don't have anything here amongst these ingredients to help set the jam. The pectin comes out more in the strawberries when they get more ripe, or when they're a bit overripe, than before they get too ripe. So obviously the riper the strawberries, the more pectin you have and the better it'll set as a jam. The more raw your strawberries are, the less pectin they will contain. Okay, so Okay, now we've got ourselves a big pot here. We're going to empty the strawberries straight into the pot. This may look full, but it'll shrink down a little bit. And also add your sugar very slowly, very carefully. I'm going to give them a bit of a mix, because what we're going to do here is we're going to pour the sugar on top of the strawberries, and we're going to let the strawberries and the sugar sit for about an hour before we start cooking it. This will help the sugar get absorbed into the strawberries, and you'll find it'll come down into like a nice syrup. So there you go. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I've mixed the strawberries and the sugar together and split them up between 2 pots. I did this because I don't actually have a pot big enough to make one whole pot of strawberry jam, so I've had to do it over 2. What we're going to do now is we're going to let these strawberries sit for about an hour so they absorb the sugar and they start to marinate, and we'll come back in an hour's time and get started on the cooking process. Okay guys, it's been an hour and this is what we're up to. As you can see, the sugar started to melt into the strawberries, and the strawberry have come together. So now we'll just turn the heat on. Okay, now just make sure you give it a bit of a mix here so the bottom of the pot doesn't burn too quickly. You can turn the heat down if you think it's too hot. So now basically we cook it out until the fruit softens and gets mushed up, and then you'll have your jam. As you can see, the sugar's starting to dissolve and we're starting to get somewhere. Once the fruit's nice and soft and squishy, we're probably about done. But we've still got a little way to go. Okay guys, we're basically finished. I'm just skimming some of the bubbles off the top. I've also taken a masher to it and mashed out some of the big lumps to make it a little bit less chunky. It's completely up to you. You can have it nice and chunky if you want, or you can have it nice and puree if you like. Okay, so we're about there. Okay guys, now we just spoon it very carefully into your jars. Careful because it is still really hot. We can clean up the jars after. You seal the jars. What I like to do, tip them upside down. just creates an airtight seal. Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of Cooking with Danika Lemon Butter. I will now introduce the ingredients to you guys. I have half a cup of lemon juice. I also have 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. I have 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I have 125 grams of butter and 4 eggs, which I have cracked into a bowl. Alright, let's get cooking the next part. Okay, lemon butter. Now we've got the pot, a little pot of just a tiny little bit of water at the bottom, which is fine. So turn the heat on, put yourself a bowl on top, make sure that the bottom of the bowl isn't touching the water. Okay, next you get the sugar straight into the bowl with your 4 eggs. Now you whisk that until it's dissolved. You just want to make sure all the sugar is dissolved before we add anything else into the pot. The idea is to keep whisking here just in case you don't want anything to cook, you don't want the eggs to stick, you just want to keep whisking. The water's still not boiling on the bottom, so we're looking alright. We don't want this to come to a boil whatsoever, so just bear that in mind. Okay. Now, you add the lemon juice. The lemon rind. And the butter. And you whisk this all together, basically until it thickens up. Turn the heat down if you think it's going too fast. Now you want this to be able to coat the back of a spoon. As you can see, the butter's all melted already. So now it's just a slow process of whisking until it comes together. Okay, as you can see, it's really starting to thicken up now. You just got to keep whisking. I've been whisking for about 5 minutes to get to this point. Turn the heat off. I think we're good. It's coating the back of the spoon. Yes, it is. Okay, we're good. This is what you're looking for. You see how it's not separating from the back of the spoon? That's what you're looking for. So, we're done. Keep whisking, make sure, because it will keep sticking until you take it off the heat. Watch yourself. Whisking. Make sure it doesn't split. It's nice. It's a nice consistency. It's nice and thick. That's what you want. Right. Now you spoon it straight into your jars. Probably not going to need as many jars for this one. This might get about 2, 3, 4 jars maybe if I'm lucky. As you can see, it's almost got the consistency of a fresh custard. And that's what you're looking for. Looking for a nice thick lemon butter because it is going to set. So very carefully, because it is very hot, straight into your jars. We'll clean them up later. I'll be lucky if I get 3 out of this. Well guys, the finished product. Lemon butter and strawberry jam. I hope you guys enjoy trying this. It's really fun. I love making jams. Give it a go. You can only try, can't you? It's quite fun and it's a great gift idea if you're not sure what to get people. I think a lot of people like the whole handmade, homemade things a lot more than bought stuff. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope to see you next month. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Tell all your friends, get everybody involved. I'm interested in some more suggestions for next month's video, so keep them coming. I hope to see you next month. Thanks.